Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to tea. I hope you're enjoying some tea, and I would love to have you join me. I see the title isn't on this video. It should be. Today is, it's tea time, and it's beauty and breakfast in bed and other things. This is Random Tuesday. I've decided that every Tuesday will be Random Tuesday. We'll be coming up with some other themes for each day, but today is Random Tuesday. Yesterday, I don't know how you were yesterday, but I had a really bad day, and I just got overwhelmed and went out the door and walked, and it got worse and worse and worse, and I walked and walked and walked, and it still didn't get better. So later in the day, it began to turn around a bit. I just felt totally isolated and not able to talk to anyone. I was reading an article about how extroverts and introverts handle this. They both have their own problems. I am, I guess, an extrovert. I love my own time, but I've never allowed it to have it for myself. And I'm beginning to do that, but I'm basically impatient. So my project, which at some point I will share when I can figure out how to get the video in that room, my iPad. As I mentioned, I decided to provide a guest room for myself and create a place of peace and space for myself, because I realized that most of my prayers and my thoughts and ideas come either late at night or in the morning. So I call it the mud room. It's my interior garden, and the garden is planted with paintings. And today I decided to go out and pick whatever fragile flowers we had before the next round starts. And I'm doing this today to encourage you to think of something creative to do. I woke up this morning and I thought, I want to do something positive for myself. And the room from the waist up just looks so wonderful. As I said to a friend who gardens, I said, who came and delivered some things to me, I said, I'm really bad as far as creating my own garden in the house. It's like planting everything beautiful, but then not taking care of the weeds and clearing the ground to begin with. So there's still lots of desert data on my floor. I'm still trying to sort it out, but it's getting better. And I just want a place of peace for myself that I can share with those that I truly love. So I decided to have breakfast in bed and share it with my family and some friends. And so today I'm going to turn the camera around and start talking about what's here. And I'm going to try to do it by going over there. I don't know how that's going to work, so I hope it does. I think it will. You don't have to see me. I can just talk. So I'm turning the camera around, and so glad to have you all here today. All right, so these are, let me see if I can go up a little bit closer. There we go. All right. So I'm going to start over here. One of these days, probably on Friday, sorry. Sorry about that. That wasn't my technical assistant. I thought it was. Sorry. I'm back. So on a Friday, when we decide to get ready for the weekend, I'm going to talk to you about flower arrangements. I decided because the spring flowers are getting to the point where they're becoming fragile, I would make some bouquets for you and share it with my bed and breakfast. And breakfast, not in breakfast. So on the tray, everything here today is French, I decided, including the mug I was drinking tea out of. These are all things that Twyla and I collected over the years. a lot of it, most of it is faience, except for the white blossoms, which are in a Dutch container, which is, I believe, for tulips actually, and daffodils, but it works for this. So I'll start over here with the flowers. This, the pink flowers here are from a cherry tree in our front yard. And I'm just trying to suggest things that would make you cheer up, because we got to do something. It changes from hour to hour, being isolated like this. So I'd encourage you to make a space just for yourself in your house, or a space for your spouse and yourself, or even for your children. Some corners, many corners maybe, where you can put a little bit of beauty to help us through this hour. These daffodils are from my front yard. They're so amazing. They've been here for many years. I even found a little bit of mint out there that I didn't know I had. It just sprung up. So this is in my front yard, and then this is in my backyard, and this is an old cherry tree that's at least 100 years old. There were 4 of them, and they all died, and there's one left, and it's struggling to keep alive. So these flowers are very fragile, and as you can see, they aren't quite as robust as the pink ones. I will tell you the rule of thumb for arranging flowers is to have a focal point and to build a triangle, but I will show you all that later. So then I thought, well, what else do I have in the yard? I noticed that a lot of, on posts and things, a lot of people say that gardening helps you when you're isolated like this. And it does. I'm not much of a gardener. I have a friend who is a professional gardener, and we're going into business together. So I do the art. So the room, which I will eventually show you, is my garden through art. But again, I didn't prefer the ground very well. So up in front here this is just a bush that we have in the front yard. I have no idea what it is, but it's so beautiful right now because look at the beautiful light green, as well as it's variegated like this when it finally comes out. But it's just so beautiful right now. These look like beautiful blooms, somewhat like dogwood. The container is really wonderful also. It's a 1920s Art Deco children's lunch bucket they would take to school. It's enamel both on the inside and the outside. So I want to encourage you to find things around your house that are unusual and use them for other purposes. I want to show you also the tray under it, because it's really quite wonderful. This is an Art Deco tray with French wallpaper in it. And I just thought it would cheer you all up. It looks almost like a Van Gogh painting. And that's what I thought of when I saw it. And it's fun to put an arrangement of flowers on it or whatever you do. So that's that. Now, this is Random Tuesdays. So we talked about toys the other day, and we talked a lot about tramp art. This is a really interesting, not working girl. It's an interesting toy from Russia that I brought back for my children. It's a bear with a spear and the duck following him, and it wiggles back and forth. Here's another one, which is the children's. This is like folk art, and this is really fun. It's a rabbit and a wolf. Hope you can see it. On the tray, in the back, is a hen that belonged to my grandmother. It's an early American tradition. Nearly every farmhouse had these, and I never could figure out what it was for. But I decided, why not have eggs in it like a chicken, and I think that's what it's for, to store eggs. So, and then I improvised for a butter cover with the top of the jug. And then this is Compare. Everything on here is Compare except this. The salt and pepper are Compare, and they would be salt cellars in front of the table at night. And one of them has gray sea salt from France, which I got at Mont Saint-Michel. And if you can see here, this is one of my favorite symbols, the fleur de lis. I purchased this at the same time at Mont Saint-Michel. And if you haven't been there, I really encourage you, when you can travel again, to go. It's absolutely amazing. I included this, and I will talk about it more on the day of Terms of Endearment. But these are dried bouquets in our kitchen, and a little holy water container that was given to us by a friend. And basically, the biggest bouquet was something I made for my daughter Abigail's wedding. I wanted to make it myself, and it was beautiful roses, and it dried really well. And one day I can talk to you about how to do that also. Then the other is a gift from a friend of families, and from their family to me, and it was put together by all the kids and the mom and dad. So I'll talk about that later. Just two random things to help cheer you up today. One is this. If you're feeling puny and like you have no money, this is a souvenir that I got when I was a kid. And it says, "Keep me and never go broke." And then it says, "I bring you luck," and it's an old Lincoln penny. So keep me and you'll never go broke. The last is this. My daughter Abigail, I have a lot of things from Rachel and Abigail that they made in school. And she made this, and we always had it in our kitchen at home. And it meant so much to me, especially, it meant a lot to Twyla. She was losing her ability to speak, and the frontal temporal lobe dementia began to take over. And I left it there. It was always there right next to the coffee pot. So every morning I would see this. The top of the T is missing. I don't know what happened to it. I'm going to try to repair it. But it's "Fear Not." And it's been with me all through the trials of everything, of moving and of my relationship with my wife and her losing her ability to speak and to move, and the whole time when we didn't know where we were going to get the next meal, let alone be able to take care of my wife. This meant a lot to me, and both of my daughters' love meant the most. So I just, and then on here, this is a wonderful cover, faience, Quimper cover. Faience is hand-painted pottery, and it comes from Brittany. And this is a consommé cup, a different style. And then this is an egg cup. And you can have a hard-boiled egg here, you can turn it around and have a soft-boiled egg in there and serve it. So, and this is a coffee pot from the 20s. So, it's great having you with me today, and I'm going to turn around and just say one more thing. I've loved being with you, and we will see you tomorrow. On Thursday, it will be Terms of Endearment. Thursday going to be Terms of Endearment, talking about wedding gifts from the past and the present, notes, cards, sentimental things that you keep. I have an unending supply here. I have a lot of things. My mother was so sentimental, she kept everything that meant anything to anybody. And so there were some really cool things, and I'll look forward to showing them to you. And then another day we'll work on photos. I'm going to start showing you photos. And Fridays, I'm pretty sure, we don't know what to call it yet, but we're going to talk about getting ready for the weekend and things we could do to have a party. And then on Saturday and then Sunday again, devotional artifacts. So Saturday's a surprise. We'll let you know. Thank you all for joining in, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And love you all. And if you have any suggestions, please write in and tell me. In any case, please keep safe. I just talked to my daughter Rachel this morning, and New York is in the heart of darkness right now. It's really bad. She said it's been really unnerving. She's being very creative and keeping busy. In fact, she helped find fabric, and all of her friends are making masks up in New York. And she said, Dad, it's just so hard because there were 4 refrigerated trucks that came in where they live, and one of them was parked across the street just to stack bodies and to take them away. So it's really overwhelming, and Central Park is now ground zero for hospital provisions. So we need to pray for everyone who's lost a loved one, and for those who haven't, that everybody remain safe and stay inside. It's hard, but it's worthwhile. So God bless, and talk to you soon. Have a good day.